Chapter 1500. Alex shook his head. It doesn't matter if you endure hardship. In my opinion, all the hardship I faced is a kind of training for me. Kano nodded earnestly, and while driving out of the parking lot, she said, "My dad was still talking about you yesterday. Didn't the doctor ask him to go back to the hospital for treatment? He knows that his physical condition may be very unoptimistic." So he sighed. "The biggest regret is that he couldn't find you." Alex was moved and smiled slightly. "Kano, don't worry, with me, Uncle will definitely recover his health." Kano didn't know Alex's abilities, let alone that Alex had the title of True Dragon Master in the upper class of Oris Hill, so she never believed that he could cure her father's terminal illness. At this time, she just felt that Dad would be very pleased when he saw Alex. If the mood improves, I believe his body will also change to a certain extent. Kano's home is not far from Eastcliff International Airport. Eastcliff's airport is in the northeast of the city, and several top super villa districts of Eastcliff are also in the central villa district not far away. 20 minutes later, Kano drove the car to Eastcliff's Ocean Mansion. Although there are many Eastcliff villas, most of them are townhouses of tens of millions. There are very few large and luxurious single-family villas in the urban area. Most single-family villas are located in very remote areas in the north, near mountain foots. Among the limited single-family villas in the urban area, Ocean Mansion can be said to be one of the top villa areas. Every villa here has a price of at least $1 billion and is luxurious. However, this place still cannot be compared with the Anderson family's mansion. In Alex's memory, the Anderson family's mansion was not a luxury villa built by this kind of developer, but the palace of a prince in the dynasty. That is the real low-key luxury and grand atmosphere. Alex remembered that just the dozens of golden snail pillars in the mansion were priceless. It is said that as early as more than 10 years ago, a quote on the market had already exceeded 100 million. This is not the most conspicuous. The most conspicuous one is the Prince Mansion in Eastcliff, where a pillar of ginseng is worth more than $2 billion. However, Prince Mansion is a national cultural monument and is not owned by any individual. Therefore, it can highlight the dignity of the Anderson family mansion. When Kano drove the car home, the courtyard door and garage door opened automatically. A 40-year-old maid rushed into the garage, and while helping to open the car door, she respectfully said, "Miss, the food is ready, just wait for you. Why did you just run away without saying a word?" After speaking, she suddenly found a man sitting in the co-pilot. She was surprised, and said politely, "Hello, sir." Alex nodded slightly, and Kano on the side could not restrain her excitement, and asked the servant, "Aunt, are my parents in the dining room?" Auntie nodded slightly and said, "Miss, sir does not seem to be feeling well. He keeps saying that he wants to go back to room to rest." "Go ahead." When Kano heard this, she hurriedly took Alex's hand and ran into the villa. Passing through the huge and luxurious hall, Kano directly took Alex to the dining room. As soon as she entered the dining room, she excitedly said to a middle-aged couple at the table, "Dad, Mom, do you see who I brought?"